I've been learning trading for exactly 1 year, and right now I'm trying to pass my first profit firm challenge. No fake profits, no Lambos, just a real process. And in this channel I'm documenting everything until I reach my first goal, getting the first payout. My name is Kyrylo, but you may also meet me as Kerg here on the channel, and I trade since April 2025, so it's basically a year now. And over this year I went through multiple strategies, made mistakes, overtraded, and even lost money, but I didn't quit, and I created this channel to become, in the very end, consistently profitable, and my first goal is getting my first payout. And the strategy I used rely on liquidity, ICT concepts, and some order flow, and in the simplification it's just something that works for me. And so basically what I'm trying to do is to predict where the market is actually trying to go, and ideally making it with high probability. I didn't get the trading in the usual way. Back in March 2025 I was going through a pretty rough time for me, and one day my friend showed me some simple trading app. It was just lines, no candlesticks, just lines, and you're pressing buy or sell, waiting for 30 seconds, and that's it. But that was a pretty random thing, but that was making me fun for the first time in a while. And that was the time I noticed that when the price goes above or below previous highs or lows, it's starting to reverse gradually, not always but often. And that's when I first time noticed liquidity. I didn't know how it was going till that time, but that was something that made me think that patterns are existing in the market. That was the first time I typed in how to learn trading on YouTube search bar, and the first video that popped out was 10-hour TGR course, how to learn trading. But I watched it fully and I didn't understand all of it. I understood part of it, and that's why I started to switch in strategies. Made it a few times, but eventually quite fast came back to the original strategy and stick to it, and the core of the strategy remains the same even now, but a little bit adjusted for me because the way I trade a little bit different, but mostly it is the same. So the concepts like liquidity, market behavior are the concepts why the price actually moving how it goes. So that curiosity is still the original reason and main reason why I'm even into trading right now. I'm still learning and trying to understand why the price is actually moving and how it's moving. That's what's making me interested and thrilled, and the money is like confirmation either I am understanding it correctly or no. But the first goal is obviously getting the first payout, as I already mentioned. So for now I'll stop talking and get into my strategy and try to show how it works, and we're done with it for today. So here is the market price action yesterday on the 13th of March. So we are marking our highs and lows. Red lines are Asian session highs and lows, and green one are London session highs and lows. We already took them out off. It could be a sign of a reversal, but again I'm following the order flow, so I'm paying attention for that possibility to for the market to reverse, but I'm still bullish because there was no confirmation from the bearish bias yet. On a 5-minute we're moving like that, so printing out quite bullish, and for now I'm waiting for a retracement to the downside, for example to the equilibrium on the 5-minute or fair value gap or anything like that. We shall see what is gonna happen now. And boom, market's being open, it's pushing. Yeah, here we are making a retracement to equilibrium. Same we are doing on the S&P, but we didn't hit it yet. What else in there is except for just an equilibrium? Obviously it is a fair value gap over here, and below there were also gaps, but I'm not about to be cautious about them just now. So we didn't hit anything actually, just doing absolutely nothing. But on Nasdaq we did hit equilibrium, so I could pay attention for that, but on S&P we did nothing, so I'm waiting. I'm 18 for now, and here we are hitting an equilibrium and almost hitting fair value gap, but we didn't hit it actually, so I'm no longer paying attention to it. But we did hit equilibrium in S&P, and we did inverse this fair value gap on Nasdaq. But still, I'm not thinking that we changed I'm not thinking of changing the bias to the downside, because there is another last fair value gap being hit on Nasdaq, and it is being absolutely ideally hit on the 5-minute, as you can see. We are switching now to the 1-minute time frame. Here, as I just mentioned, it is the same fucking one candle on the 5-minute or 2 candles, but on the 1-minute they're looking like that. And in the end of the end, as you can see, we just ideally hit it. So now what I'm looking for on Nasdaq is just a retracement to the upside, and it's either pushing above those highs, yeah, and fully being closed above them, or for example there will be some kind of fair value gap on here, or which will be formed soon probably, and breaking out and playing out off of that. And that's the S&P 500 is the same thing. Boom, we did break the structure to the downside on Nasdaq, but I'm not changing my bias anywhere yet, because on S&P we didn't, and it is a sign of 1-minute SMT divergence to the upside. At the moment there is no fair value gap on the S&P, so I could only hope and pray for the break of structure. But on Nasdaq the situation is different, and I could look for the fair value gap to get disrespected. Boom! Even though we are making again an SMT, but to the downside dips this time, I am not really concerned about that too much. And I'll explain why. Because my my bias isn't being disrespected by any chance. My bias is being absolutely respected, and we shall see. Will it take out my TP or stop me out? Of course, as I mentioned earlier, I already backtested this day, so I know I will hit my TP. But anyway, I will show it to you real quick. Boom, guys. So here we did take out the TP. Trade was ideally 2, and we have got our win on a day. And this is how our strategy works. It was just an introduction to my strategy. In depth, I will go with my future videos, my future trade recaps if you wish, but for now it is just an explanation of a general way how it looks, so don't be confused by it too much. And I guess with my strategies, this is it for today. So guys, on that channel I'm going to post the full process of me becoming profitable. That includes my trading recaps, strategy breakdowns, journal mistakes, and how I'm improving over time. But of course, the payout is just the first milestone, not the end goal. I want to document the full journey from where I am now to becoming a consistently profitable, and understand markets on a deeper level. Of course, I'll also be breaking down trades, showing what I learned, and improving my execution of trades step by step. And over time, I actually want my channel to become the place where they could exchange our ideas. Not just me talking, but we actually could learn together. And not just learning, but I also wanna have connection with my audience. So if you're about to have any questions, feel free to reach out to me on the comments or on social media. I could answer on that, and probably even make a video if many of you guys want the answer for this particular question from me. So guys, if you want to follow my journey, subscribe. In the next video I'll make a trade recap, so see you in the next videos.